Good day, gentle people, it's your favorite Mr42. Welcome back to my channel. Level 8 Observer seems to have picked up the fine art of reaction videos. His target is
Chuck Campbell. He works for NASA. Meet Chuck Campbell. He works for NASA. He doesn't give a flying fuck about anyone. Not the homeless, not the elderly.
That description sounds an awful lot like a certain individual who would turn down around £2,500 to a charity of his choice because he is too afraid to accept a debate. Does that ring a bell, Adam? Besides that, have you done any research on Mr. Chuck Campbell? Are you sure he does not donate or maybe even volunteer to help the less fortunate?
All he cares about is getting his rockets to land on cartoons.
Do you mean cartoons like this, Adam?
We were even taught the old Hebrew concept of the earth, which I found fascinating and would look at for hours, the illustrations. But clearly, as a young man, that made a lot more sense to me than the globe.
Let's have a look. Let's see what Chuck's about.
Human exploration to me is about taking science in those places so we can learn about it. And
Learn about CGI and hear Masonic magic stories. I'm sick of stories, Chuck. I'm fucking sick of CGI, yeah?
A CGI image does not mean that the object they represent does not really exist. I will give you an example in your own words, Adam. Here's a CGI image of a tower crane. And tower cranes still exist, right? And also,
I'm at peace with it now.
you still sound very angry for a man at peace. I think you should see someone for that. A professional.
it's about putting people there so we can hear them describe it. My name's Chuck.
What helps solidify the lie is when you employ and get a load of nerds together in a room, dress them up, supply them with some data and some CGI images that come through on a screen, and this is the result. A nerd circle jerk of the highest order as they go into a frenzy over the latest data. But of course, this solidifies the lie, even though these people are just innocent, naive nerds. They're actually part of the lie by solidifying it through their own ignorance. That's how it works.
You got any data on any of your claims, Adam? I don't think so. Every claim of you is bullshit, and you know it.
Campbell, and I'm working to get big things on the surface of Mars.
Fuck you, Chuck.
I'm at peace with it now.
Our ultimate goal for NASA right now is bringing humans to Mars in the 2030s.
So Chuck wants to get a giant vacuum cleaner on the surface of Mars.
This is concept art. It doesn't have to represent anything that will be made a reality later. Also, what do you think it should look like?
So what's the appeal here? So everyone's going to go visit this giant vacuum cleaner?
Have you been living under a stone for the past 40 years? Because they made the intentions pretty clear.
Because what is there to do in Mars, Chuck? There's no forests. There's no coastal walks. There's no shopping malls. What are you going to do there? Just hoover up?
Adam fails at everything, even at trying to be funny.
It's a fucking joke.
I'm at peace with it now.
To put something this big on the surface of Mars so that we can put people there. And this is a really tough problem.
Who the fuck wants to go to Mars?
I'm at peace with it now.
Travel for a year just to use your fucking Hoover?
I'm at peace with it now.
Forget that. Just go to the Sahara Desert for a week. I never understood the appeal of Mars.
The reason behind that is because what is Mars and what you think is Mars is blatantly different.
Ever. Even as a kid. Especially now I know what I know.
Well, that's not much.
I mean, come on people, wake up. Just go to the Sahara Desert.
Please, Adam, go there and stay there.
Problem, but the idea with supersonic retropropulsion is instead of lighting those rockets
Chuck, give us a demonstration of a rocket working in a vacuum. I don't care if it's supersonic, whatever. Give us a demonstration of a rocket working in a vacuum so we can see propulsion work in a vacuum.
Miko. Stage separation confirmed.
And we've got, as you can hear the cheering in the background, successful stage separation. Second stage is now under power of the single Merlin vacuum engine. You may have noticed some curved pieces of metal come off the end of the nozzle right after ignition. That's normal. These are ground handling
tubes.
tubes.
Following nominal trajectories.
They're not needed in flight. We hear the call out, we're following nominal trajectory.
And there is your proof, a rocket engine working in the vacuum of space. Of course, you will deny it and dismiss it. You will claim space is fake without backing it up with any proof, because you don't have any. What you can do, Adam, is go to YouTube and find the following: rocket engine in vacuum chamber. That will satisfy your need.
To the ground, you'd light them at higher speeds, above the speed of sound, and that gives you enough time when you're firing.
No disrespect, Chuck, it's just all fucking waffle, mate, and CGI.
You do realize there are real videos there, right? And also,
I'm at peace with it now.
Rockets to slow the vehicle down and then touch down safely. I think the best part about it for me is the fact that it's not been done before.
Oh, Chuck, fuck off, mate.
I'm at peace with it now.
We've had fucking thousands of fucking CGI images.
I'm at peace with it now.
Hundreds of Masonic stories. This guy knows. He's just a fucking egotistical clown.
I'm at peace with it now.
Things in science because you want to understand
Sorry,
why.
Chuck. You producing stories and getting rockets to land on cartoons isn't science.
concept art is not the same as cartoons, Adam. It is a visual representation of something that hasn't happened yet.
I know this might be a bit of a shaker for you, but it's not. It's fucking fairy tales, mate.
I'm at peace with it now.
We're here. When I was 8 years old, we visited Johnson Space Center. And here I was an 8-year-old walking around and seeing these big rocket engines.
You saw these big props in a warehouse, and you fell for the stories and the props.
Do you ever back up any of your claims? Or is it all just nonsense with you?
And you've been using up loads of blue roll over your Space Weekly magazine ever since. You fell for it, Chuck.
He absolutely fell for it. He made it his life's mission to expand his knowledge and became a scientist. Well done, Chuck.
That were many times taller than I was, and it's about being able to see that become real.
Yeah, you got to have a good imagination, ain't you, Chuck?
Hey Adam, are you aware that people can actually literally go, to see rocket launches for themselves? Maybe you should try it sometimes.
Fuck you, NASA.
I'm at peace with it now.
Biggest pantomime company on Earth. And the fucking...
I'm at peace with it now.
When I see you work, it's comedy gold, but when I see stuff like that, man, that annoys me. Fuck yous.
I'm at peace with it now.
Alright, that's it for today. Adam needs to find his inner peace back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And in the descriptions you will find links to my socials, like Discord and Twitter. This has been Mr42, out. Don't panic.